Officer Daniel Harris had been on the force for 11 years. In that time, he had learned how to read situations fast, who was dangerous, who was lying, who needed backup. What he hadn't learned, at least not yet, was how deeply a stranger's life could intersect with his own. That morning had started like any other. Coffee gone cold in the cup holder, radio crackling with routine updates, the weight of the badge sitting heavy on his chest. He loved his job, but lately it felt like the job didn't love him back. Paperwork was piling up, overtime was constant, and the city felt louder and angrier than it had when he first joined. Still, he showed up every day, believing that presence alone mattered. The intersection sat near an older part of town, where new glass buildings rose beside brick storefronts that had seen better decades. Traffic moved fast here. Commuters rushing to work, horns blaring at the slightest delay. The crosswalk signal blinked red as the old man took a hesitant step forward, then pulled back again. Daniel parked his cruiser, flipped on the hazard lights, and stepped out. The noise hit him immediately. Engines, impatience, the pulse of the city. He raised a hand, signaling cars to stop, and walked toward the man. "Sir," Daniel said gently, keeping his voice calm and steady. "You need some help getting across?" The man looked up slowly, as if the question had traveled a long distance to reach him. His face was deeply lined, his eyes pale blue and tired, but alert. He nodded once. "If you don't mind," he said. His voice was soft, almost apologetic. "These roads, they didn't used to be like this." Daniel smiled and offered his arm. "I've got you." As they stepped into the crosswalk, traffic halted. Drivers stared, some impatient, some curious. Daniel felt the familiar awareness of eyes on his uniform, but his focus stayed on the man beside him. The old man's grip tightened around Daniel's arm with each step, like he was holding on to more than just balance. Halfway across, the man paused, breathing hard. "You okay?" Daniel asked. "Yes," the man said. "Just remembering." They reached the other side just as the light changed. Daniel guided the man to the sidewalk, where a small bench sat under a struggling tree. The old man eased himself down, exhaling as if he'd set down a weight he'd been carrying for years. "Thank you, officer," he said, his eyes shining. "Most folks don't notice anymore." Daniel shrugged lightly. "That's what I'm here for." The man chuckled, a dry, distant sound. "You know," he said, "I used to cross streets like this every day. Different city, different life." Daniel might have left then. He could have wished the man well and returned to his patrol. But something in the way the old man said different life made him stay. He leaned against a nearby lamppost, listening.